The morning began like any other on Live with Kelly and Mark. Bright lights, caffeinated chatter, and the glossy studio hum that wrapped the set in a familiar, buzzing warmth. Kelly Ripa breezed onto the stage as she always did. Radiant, sharp, and armed with enough energy to jumpstart a sleepy nation. Mark followed moments later, buttoning his jacket, offering his usual easy grin to the audience. It was supposed to be an effortless broadcast. A Tuesday. Tuesdays were safe. Not as chaotic as Mondays, not as segment-heavy as Fridays. Just a comfortable, middle-of-the-week show with cooking demonstrations and quirky human interest stories. No one expected chaos. They started with their usual, host chat, trading stories from the night before. Kelly laughed about their dog Chewy stealing a loaf of artisan bread off the counter. Mark countered with a tale about their daughter calling home from college to ask how to boil water. Typical Ripa Consuelo's family anecdotes, the kind the audience adored. Then came the moment. The slip. They were transitioning into a segment about bizarre new fitness gadgets, specifically, a vibrating resistance band that claimed it could tone your core in 7 minutes a day. It looked like a cross between a jump rope and an electric eel, and Kelly couldn't help herself. "So, we're supposed to just hold it like this?" she asked, gripping the device's handles. The band vibrated aggressively, violently, comically. The audience laughed. Mark raised his eyebrows. Kelly's eyes widened as the thing bucked in her hands like a caffeinated snake. "This is going to make people look ridiculous," she said, struggling to keep the device still. Then it happened. The band slipped from her grasp, smacked against the desk, and ricocheted upward, nearly whacking her in the chin. "Oh shush." The profanity was fully formed, clearly pronounced, and, not at all surprisingly, live. There was a split-second delay in the control room, but not enough to mask the word completely. The studio plunged into that suspended state TV crews know well. The 3-second eternity where everyone wonders, did that just happen? Then the delayed bleep burst across speakers. A moment too late to save the innocence of morning television. The audience gasped. A few laughed. One woman near the front row clapped a hand to her chest as if witnessing a scandal of Victorian proportions. Kelly froze. Her hands went to her face, her eyes huge. "Oh my gosh, did they catch that?" she stammered. Mark burst into helpless laughter. "They definitely caught that. That was a full-volume, Broadway projection curse." The crew scrambled behind the cameras. The floor manager waved frantically at someone in the control booth. The executive producer's voice came through the host earpieces like a frantic deity, "Keep going. Pretend everything is fine. We'll handle it." Kelly, still red-cheeked, cleared her throat. "Well, that's, one way to tone your core. Fear, sheer terror. That'll tighten things up." The audience roared with laughter, tension released. But the segment wasn't over. A production assistant rolled a monitor onto the set showing a pre-recorded demonstration of the gadget. The person on the screen, an overly enthusiastic fitness influencer, held the device steadily, smiling as if it were the easiest thing in the world. Kelly squinted at the video. How is she keeping it still? Mine behaved like it had unresolved emotional trauma. Mark responded, "Maybe you hurt its feelings when you cursed at it." "I didn't curse at it," Kelly said indignantly. "I curse it because of it, big difference." This, of course, sent Mark right back into laughter. The broadcast continued with shaky comedic footing. Every time Kelly opened her mouth, the crew tensed. Was another expletive imminent? At one point she leaned forward to read from the teleprompter and the control room braced like storm watchers in tornado country. After the fitness segment, the cooking demonstration was scheduled. They welcomed a guest chef specializing in rustic Italian comfort food, dangerous territory when one co-host had frayed nerves and the other teased for sport. The chef placed freshly made pasta on the counter. Kelly, perhaps overcompensating for the mishap, adopted a very demure, ladylike manner. Hands folded. Back straight. Voice calm. "For those just tuning in," she said carefully, "I would like to assure you I will not be swearing during this portion of the program, no matter what the pasta does." Mark leaned toward the camera. "The FCC is watching, honey." She shot him a look. "They're always watching." The chef began demonstrating how to twirl pasta using a wooden dowel. It was simple enough, until a rogue noodle snapped free and whipped Kelly across the wrist like a tiny carbohydrate whip. She yelped. Time slowed. Mark inhaled sharply, the crew stared. But Kelly caught herself, barely. "Oh, fudge," she said, voice strained with effort. Mark applauded dramatically. Growth, character development. The chef looked confused but smiled politely, continuing with the demonstration as if nothing strange had occurred. The audience, still keyed up from earlier, laughed at almost anything Kelly said. Even the word, parsley, earned a giggle. After the cooking segment came the final guest. A wildlife expert with 2 baby goats. The goats wandered the set nibbling cables, paper cue cards, and, alarmingly, Mark's shoelaces. One tried to climb onto Kelly's chair. She squeaked and lifted her legs like someone avoiding a puddle. "Oh my gosh, they're adorable," she said, rubbing one behind the ears. "You know what? These goats are the perfect guests. They don't swear. They don't judge when I swear." The expert chuckled nervously. Mark shook his head. "Please don't teach the goats bad language." As Kelly cuddled the goat, she sighed dramatically. "I swear, okay, not swear, but I promise this is the most chaotic Tuesday we've ever had." The live broadcast finally wrapped. Kelly and Mark waved, smiling with that exhausted, post-crisis energy familiar to anyone in show business. The moment the cameras shut off, the producer descended on them like a diplomatic envoy entering peace talks. "Okay," he said briskly, "we'll issue a clarification that the word was partially censored and accidental. The network will draft a statement. Meanwhile, please, no more unpredictable fitness equipment." Kelly raised a hand. "I sincerely vow, from this day forward, that if a gadget vibrates, buzzes, jiggles, or undulates, I will not go near it." Mark gave her a look. "That eliminates half our product demonstrations." "Good," she replied. "Let America be safe from me." Everyone laughed. The incident trended online for the rest of the day, of course. Memes. GIFs. Side-by-side videos of Kelly versus the fitness gadget like it was a boxing match. But viewers knew her. Candid, quick-witted, human. The slip-up became yet another chapter in the long, beloved saga of Kelly Ripa's unscripted charm. And the next morning, she opened the show by announcing, "I would like to formally apologize to the vibrating resistance band community." No hard feelings. The audience cheered. Tuesdays would never be trusted again.